The lights are off and away they go.
Extremely loose. He's managed to hold on and he missed the complete. He's crazy stuff.
Side Freitas is on the grass on the infield for 4. He slides through. He tags Richard Eck.
Oh dear, what can I do? Ladies in black and I'm feeling blue. Tell me, oh, what can I do? Lennon and McCartney wrote that in 64, 15 years after Darlington was built. And it's this egg-shaped track, the Lady in Black, which today plays host to the We Stand United Bojangles Southern 200. This is round 25 at 36, but more importantly, the final race before the chase, and all the action from Pace Lap to Victory Donuts will be brought to you live as it happens here on the Global Sim Racing Channel. This streaming award-worthy pre-race show will count us down to when the drivers hear green, green, green from their spotters in the field of Gen 6 stock cars barrels towards turn 1 on lap 1 of this 146-lap contest. So bring your cyberspace into your place, fill a paper bag, some boiled peanuts, pour yourself a tall, cold glass of Blenheim ginger ale, put the Lazy Boy recliner to good use, and enjoy the 200 miles of simulated NASCAR action that'll be streaming your way. From the Palmetto State, it's Soup and Crackers this evening. I'm Crackers, and Soup will be along in just a moment. We're having some audio difficulties, and he will be joining us. And our pit reporter tonight is going to be a pit reporter and celebrity fan interviewer, the Sergeant, Trevor Brissett, joining us tonight. Turning the knobs and pushing the sliders is our director and MX5 World Tour Season 10 champion, doctor of pit topology himself. I'm Jed Yelman, and at his disposal will be the visionary camera locations provided exclusively for GSRC by the renowned Dougie Beard. If you were with us last time, you saw a small field of 13 cars take the green in Michigan. Travis Henderson led 57 of the 75 laps, including the most important lap of the race, to win his third race of the season. Robert Little Joe Cartwright's second place was his best result of this campaign. So in their song, Lennon and McCartney went on to harmonize, "Oh, how long will it take till she sees the mistakes she has made?" Well, I don't think the Lady in Black will be making any mistakes today. No, it'll probably be the drivers that'll need to avoid making mistakes, but let's talk real quick about Darlington, okay? Yes, the Lady in Black arose by any other name. The track too tough to tame. This unique, somewhat egg-shaped design oval is a very, very different track. It's what we call a driver's track. It's a classic. It's one of the oldest tracks in NASCAR. The original super speedway. Again, the track too tough to tame. You've probably heard of the Darlington stripe. If you've got one on your car, you've probably had a rough day or a rough evening. And maybe you've come out to the car and it doesn't look like it's sitting quite right in the driveway, and you maybe referenced that it had that Darlington lean to it because of the extreme camber you might want to run on the right front. But this 1.37 mile track is a beauty. 23 to 25 degrees of banking, but folks, trust me, most of it is going to be run up top. You're going to be rim riding today, right up against that wall at some really, really fast speeds, 180 miles an hour down to these straights. They're going to slow it real way down into these turns. Tell you what, let's go on board real quick with Bryce Whitson Jr. in the GSRC Gen 6 stock car here real quick for a couple of laps around of the old classic here, Darlington, South Carolina.
Hey guys, this is Bryce Whitson coming to you again from inside the GSRC Chevy SS Class A car here at the famous Darlington Motor Speedway. We're going to go out here and take a couple laps and teach you how to get around this very unique track on the NASCAR circuit. So when we come out of the pits here, we're going to come right up on the track. You got to be real careful on your qual lap because this place is really, really slick when you very first get out here. Your goal here is to get as much momentum up going through turns 3 and 4 as you can, so you want to stay right up close to that wall. You're going to let off a little bit, use a little brake, come right up here and almost scrape that wall with the right side of the car, and then get a nice big run coming off the corner. So here we are going for a qual lap. You're going to want to run it into turn 1 and 2 as hard as you can on the bottom and just let out of the gas and let her drift up to the wall. The sooner you catch it with the throttle, the better off you are. You're going to then take about half throttle through the center. Then when you get straight, get back on her. If you get on it too quick, you're going to spin yourself out. Again, we want to stay right up here next to this wall as close as we can. I got in there a little bit too slow, but not too bad. Again, you're going to get that run coming off the corner. So this track, as I said, it's really unique. It's egg-shaped. Both sides of the track are completely different, as you can see. So as the run goes on, the biggest things that are going to change is how much of that throttle you're able to pick up through 1 and 2 and how hard you're able to drive it into 3 and 4 on the top. Your fuel run's going to last you somewhere between 50 and 60 laps, so you want to keep that in mind, as these races can have a tendency to stay green. One other thing, if you want to pass somebody, your best bet is to try and get a run down this front stretch and be on the inside going into this corner. It'll be a little tight, but you can make it happen because you'll get a better run coming off. So here we're going to go down the back stretch and take a quick pit stop and get 4 tires and gas. So here we are. You're going to have to be real careful coming into 3 and 4 to get your pit stop because it's tight to get down there. There's the pits. We're coming down in here. Shift down to second gear, 45 miles an hour. And that's some laps around this famous Darlington Motor Speedway.
Welcome back, Global Sim Racing Channel. Excuse us for a little bit of the technical difficulties. I'm Soupzon, and glad I was able to join you here with the rest of my crew that you've already heard introduced. Sean Ambrose, of course, and the Sergeant, Trevor Bassett. They're gridding up their field. It is a small field today. Only 8 cars out there. 3 of them were able to put in qualifying times. Sean, let's see who sits up there on the front row. It looks like it's going to be Joshua Wolf, and then next to him is Alex Skinner. Who do you see in row 2?
Let's see. You see Alex Skinner. I see Alex Skinner. Yes, and Alan Westman going to be starting 3rd. Trevor Varosky going to be starting 4th.
Looks like Travis Henderson going to make up our 3rd row with Nick Parrott in his usual Sundrop machine. And then the final row, Sean?
Well, the final row is going to be, I've got Cordell Colon starting 7th and Thomas Vanasse going to round out the field there in 8th.
8 cars. We're going 146 laps. That's 200 miles around Darlington. My understanding is we did do a little track. We introduced the track. Did we talk about the Lady in Black?
Yeah, we talked about the Lady in Black a little bit. Certainly talked about several of the names it's been referred to. We also talked about that Darlington stripe and how you want to avoid getting that on your car. If you get one, it's generally going to be a long day or a bad evening. This track really, Bill, the groove is up top. That's where the speed's at, which means you're going to be right up near that wall most of the way around.
Now, joining us in the booth here today, as soon as they're going to get this pace lap going here any second, is the Sergeant, Trevor Bassett. Trevor, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you, Soup.
This is going to probably set the record when we take into account Amjad Yaman behind the sliders and knobs there. 4 of us in the GSRC team, that's half of the field out there. 4 of us, 8 drivers. I think that sets a record for announcers and directors relationship to drivers right now. But this series always puts on a good show. It's not the amount, it's not the size that matters, it's how they use it. And certainly these 8 cars are going to be very competitive. Put on a good show. We do like that number 10 machine. Maybe our director get a look at that there, and that's Trevor Varosky, little throwback machine. Not his typical thing. They're kind of in that orange and blue Gulf colors. Of course, throwback, the name of the game, if you could look at what NASCAR was doing today. GSRC not able to go to their throwback logo like NBC did. We only have the one. Pace car is in. The number 15 car up in front, that's Joshua Howland Wolf, pacing the field for this first of 146 laps. He gets the go. The engines start to harmonize up. Gather up the chicken steak, cover behind the house, because the horses are out of the barn, and Trevor Varosky leads them into turn 1 on the low side. And now he moves up top.
Henderson already into the wall, into the first turn.
24 machine of Trevor Henderson. Got it up into fourth, has a little more in mind there. Looks stuck on the inside is that 12 car of Alan Westman. Westman doesn't like to start up front. He's gone back to his familiar spot, back of the field. Sit back there for a while. We know what Alan's up to. We've seen it time after time from him. Currently running back there in, I guess, seventh position.
Henderson, the big loser on that start there, Soup. He gets a tank slapper going into one, just in too hot, up into the wall. Does some heavy damage to the right side of that car and loses the top three. Josh Wolf, Alex Skinner, and Trevor Vorosky starting to pull away.
One of the things we did not talk about, we had it lined up in the pre-race show, is to remind you that there are no fast repairs here tonight. So any mistakes they make will have to either be lived with. Oh, and there's a car getting loose.
Skinner having trouble. He hits the wall coming into turn two, Soup.
Skinner drops back, gives that position to Varun Borowski now up into second. So we have two cars that had trouble running third and fourth right now, and that Skinner has already got his stripe, and we said that Travis Henderson already got one as well. Sean, I know you're not a big fan of this place. You have, I want you to be careful now when you start to talk about Darlington.
Did I use expletives earlier when I talked about this place? Listen, I admire every driver that's ever won a race at this track. This is, it's cliche, we say it too much, but this is a driver's track. You've really got to be on your game here because, again, the fast way around is right up against the wall. And how long can you stay up there and not make contact, scuff off speed, and take off half of the sheet metal on the side of your car? How long can you pull that off? We've got 200 miles to figure it out here today, 146 laps, Soup. We've already seen two guys get collected. It's going to be a long day for them. Henderson seems to be recovering, but he's right there with Skinner, and they've both done the same thing. And again, the cars slow down when you start making that contact up there.
And here comes a run from Henderson on the inside, trying to work on the 20 car of Skinner. Going to get that job done. Looks like Henderson's going to move up a spot. Whoa, as they make a little, Skinner gets a little, actually, I guess it was just a glitch. In my screen, he got a little bit loose. I guess it's okay. It was one of those net codes things. Scared the heck out of me, though. Not sure if that showed up on everybody's screen. Now, Trevor Brissett, we know you from the Lionheart series where they raced the DW12s. How do you think your Dallara would do out here?
Oh, it would definitely be a tricky one. I believe it's on our schedule this year. Don't quote me on that, though.
Oh, my goodness. No stripes for those open wheelers.
Yeah. No, they don't seem to handle too well when you make a little wall contact. But Cordell Colon back here riding on the bumper. Alex Skinner making a move to the inside. Coming down the back stretch, heading into three. Cordell Colon going to try and take that position away. Oh, and he gets the car down in low and brings it all the way up into the track for the exit of four. And able to do it and leave Skinner in the dust. Westman is still back there working, being patient. Looks like Nick Parrott trying to play the same game. Back there just taking care of the equipment right now. And looks like Vorosky has made his way to Howlin' Wolf's suit.
Yeah, starting to run him down a little bit.
I was starting to think Josh was running away there for a moment.
Wolf out in front in the 15 machine, the number 10 car of Trevor Vorosky beginning to close on him. Now we're going to put Trevor Brissett down in the pits to keep track of that today, but honestly, I think that's going to be not as much of an issue that it usually is in this series with such a small field. Possible we could go green all the way here tonight.
Well, I've got to be honest. We are now 11 laps into the race, Soup. We don't have a caution flag yet, and I'd say the wind is blowing that way. I thought if we'd see one, it'd be in the opening laps because you got to get some heat in the tires, get a little bit of grip here, and so far the cars have built that heat up. Everybody seems to be making a pretty decent trip around.
And there's the 12 car in the wall. Alex Skinner took a nice bump.
Was it Westman?
Oh no, Alan Westman. Yeah, what's the 12
Westman.
Car? Yeah, sorry.
All right. Yeah, we've got a replay of it, actually. Our director, fine job of hunting that down. Here's Westman on the screen, heading into turn 3. And Skinner follows him right up there. We'll go on board with Skinner real quick. Sometimes it is a little bit of monkey see, monkey do, isn't it, Sue?
A little bit of target fixation, I like to call it there, where you see that car go up there, it's out, follow him right there.
Oh. Oh, there's another car with a stripe on her.
We actually might be able to keep track of that tonight with such a small field. Counting that as 3.
I think we'll just have to go from car to car at some point and just take a little peek at who's riding with a little Darlington stripe.
So we work now lap 14 of 146, still green all the way. Wolf out in front. As we look at the leader right there, and you can see Trevor Borowski behind him. A little bit farther back to Travis Henderson. Then a nice break back to Cordell Colon. And we're going to talk about Colon. This is a big race for him. We'll have a little chance to put in our race for the chase graphic in a minute, but it's going to be a big night for him. And now, we go back now. Westman just got into it a little bit there with the 20 machine of Skinner, and then that's going to move Parrott in there. That's probably your best battle on the track right now. Oh, no, and there goes. Was he able to save it? I guess he did.
Yeah, Parrott able to save it, gather her up. Oh, Parrott's got a run from Thomas Vanasse coming through there. Vanasse having to make an evasive move to get around him soon.
That was a great save by Parrott. I really thought, oh no, and he gets Vanasse in trouble again. Parrott has to get off it. The number 3 car getting his money's worth as far as the excitement goes over these first 16 laps.
Well, believe it or not, Soup, I've gone around and surveyed most of the field. I believe it's come down to which car doesn't have a Darlington stripe on it at this point, and Joshua Hallow and Wolf is one of them. That car is still clean. Him and Trevor right now, I think, are the only 2 left. Oh, and Wolf. Oh, man, did I jinx him? God, I hope not.
I don't know if jinx is the word. I think curse may be more of the word.
Oh.
Man, he hit that thing rough, and he loses the lead now to Borowski as we're going to go on replay here. Going to ride on board with Hal and Wolf. Trevor, you see what's going on here? You sure you want to bring those open wheelers here to Darlington?
I think I'm going to not do that. Turn 2 is just tearing up these cars right now.
And Cologne, boy, my goodness, for 8 cars out here, Cologne just about lost it.
Okay, so we're almost 20 laps into the run. These cars are starting to free up just a bit, Soup, and some of these guys may not have had 20 laps of practice. Who knows? And they're getting into uncharted territory, and it's becoming harder and harder to hang on to it.
I think we're going to have to upgrade the name of this from Stripe to, I don't know, something else. But Stripe is, I think, an understatement here tonight.
So your leader right now, still out in front, is Borowski.
Soup, you want to get Trevor a chance to run down the race details for us?
Yeah, if our director's ready, what we're going to do is bring out the graphics. This is something we had planned for our 10-minute streaming award-worthy pre-race show that we didn't get a chance to do all of. Oh, we have a caution.
I spoke too soon, buddy. We've got Alex Skinner going around and hitting it hard. Whoa. Now let's check the replay here. Focus on Skinner. He gets across the stripe clean into the 1. And he clips the wall coming through the middle of the turn, and you see that car brake to the right as he goes down the track, hits it hard up there, and that's going to slow things down just a bit for us, Soup, as we get our first caution of the night at lap 21. Now lap 22 working it. Here we get a chance for these guys to come in, get 4 fresh Goodyears and a full tank of Sunoco fuel.
Leading them into pit lane will be Borowski. Trevor looked like everybody coming in except staying out is staying out is the pace car.
That's correct. These guys are going to want fresh tires, especially after all the rubbing and bumping up there. They're all going to want to try and get whatever they can get banged out of the right side of that car for sure. I see cars look like they're going to take all 4 tires here. Maybe some optional damage repairs as well along with that.
Everybody in. I see the 15 car going up on the right and on the left. First out, it looks like it's going to be the 10.
It was. These guys are sitting in this pit's quite long. They're definitely getting some repairs taken care of for sure.
All right, Trevor. Go ahead, Sue.
No, you go ahead, Sean. Set him up.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was just going to throw it to Trevor real quick. Why don't you run down those race details for us real quick, Trevor? Let all these race fans know what we got going on tonight.
Well, tonight, the car you're seeing here is the Gen 6 stock car. That's the one we're running tonight. I don't know if these guys put much time into their setups this week, but it is an open setup, so hopefully they did. We're running with 100% fuel. We're going to be going around Darlington 146 times tonight with no fast repairs at all. So all these damages that they're running into the wall and whatnot, they're not going to be able to repair it like instant. They're going to have to take their optional repairs in the pits. Instant caps is none, which probably helps because they're getting incidents hitting those walls. We're going to do double file restarts for the rest of the night and dynamic weather setup.
Sean, let's talk about the weather a little bit. Look down here. Partly cloudy, 78 degrees. Track temperature only 88 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not too bad for these guys.
No, not too bad. I mean, the grip is pretty good. They started with a track state of 40%. Had a pretty good length practice, but this is a good track with some grip. Now, we saw what happened. They got about 20 laps into the run, and the cars definitely started to free up just a bit. So, that's probably their window. It's going to be somewhere between 20 and 30 laps. You push it much past that, it may be impossible to hang on to these cars.
Okay, what we'll do is the lights are going to stay on. The cars are going to go one more time. Let's bring up the driver points right now. We can talk a little about those. We didn't get a chance to look at those earlier. Now, to be honest, right now I feel like a high school teacher trying to convince the seniors they still need to stay in class the last week of school. No matter how I spin this, the truth is these points really don't matter much as everybody is going to be wiped clean and when the chase starts next race. Nevertheless, here we go. Joshua Howland Wolf leads with 841 points. Nick Parrott and Travis Henderson in second. Then you can see that Tad Granger sits back in fourth position, and Alex Skinner rounds out the top 5. Granger, we understand, has bowed out of the series. The rest of those guys still in the hunt. Now we'll look more at a very important, we'll look at that at our next chance we get. We're not going to do it right now, is the race for the chase. And that's where very interesting for Cordell Cologne out there in the number 50 car. Very important that he showed up today, and it's going to pay off for him. Pace car pulls in. Trevor Vavrovsky leads them down, going to be working lap 26 as they cross the start-finish line. All 8 cars, well, actually 6 cars out there right now. Vavrovsky dives the car down into the first corner, going to be able to get that, and actually going to be able to ease it up into the high side in front of the 15 of Joshua Wolf. Travis Henderson in the 24 sits back a little bit, and there's Cologne in the 50 running in 4th. Rounding out the field, I'll go ahead and take it. Alan Westman in 5th position, and Nick Parrott running in 6th. Now, did Thomas Vanassi get back out there? No, Vanassi stays in the pits, as does Skinner.
Yeah, pretty good damage on those cars. Skinner hit it hard. So I'm sure there's some structural damage on that car. It's going to take a while to repair. And it doesn't look like the repairs have given much aid to anybody else that is currently riding with a little bit of it. But Henderson off to a pretty good restart. Able to hang right now with Wolf, who is handling, it seems to be an issue here for him on this restart. He's fighting that number 15
and
machine.
There's the 10 car, just got up in the wall. He's going to turn the lead over to the Howlin' Wolf. Joshua gets behind him. Let's see if he forces the issue in the 15. Yeah, going to peek down to the inside. Going to keep Bobrovsky up high. Not able, trying to get in front of him. Not able to close the door, so that's going to give the momentum back. I think this is going to work out great for Bobrovsky. Boy, Sean, if you can't finish that pass, you can't really... Oh, Bobrovsky hard in the wall again. Right in front of Henderson. Don't know how many times that golf machine's going to be able to take that right side punishment. Henderson got up behind Bobrovsky, gets loose, he's able to save it.
Yeah, we're on board with him right here. He's got a handful of wheel, trying to hang on to it as everybody goes by. It drops him all the way to the back. To catch it with the replay here, Sue.
Boy, it looks like he got right up behind the 10 machine, and that's when things went. When he got up behind Bobrovsky, the car really stepped out on him.
Westman starting to make a bit of a charge. He just passes Cologne. Oh, wow, just back there, Nick Parrott had trouble coming off the 4. Car got tight. He had to gather it up. He's fighting it. Oh, and Cologne with a trouble off of 4. He's still trying to get into the wall.
Noses it down the inside wall.
I'm sorry, that was off of 2 in the middle of the backstretch. Cologne is around and into the inside retaining wall.
Oh, and now he's still struggling. Yes, I think he's trying to bring out a caution here as he loops it around. I honestly think he might have tried to bring out the yellow there. Oh, I don't know. There's not a lot to talk about here, Cordell. Give me a break if I called that wrong. Maybe the car's more damaged than it is. Nevertheless, it didn't work as we were still under green. Friends, as we watch here on the replay. Oh, we are live. Here we go. My apologies to the friends and family of Cordell Cologne. I'm sure he's a good guy and would never loop the car around intentionally to bring out a yellow flag.
Henderson back on a charge. He is back in the throttle and starting to close on Trevor Bobrovsky now. Joshua Wolf is the class of the field right now, Sue. He is running away again, 3 seconds up on Westman.
If you can hear me, we apologize for any audio difficulties we might be having. We have some technical gremlins here we're trying to deal with. Hopefully I'm coming across clear for everyone.
Sue, we've got gremlins this evening.
See, work our way through it. Wolf in front, Westman in second, Bobrovsky running third, Henderson in fourth, Parrott, Cologne, and Westman has put it in the wall.
Oh, the 24. Oh, man. Smack that wall.
Yeah, that's not the first time Henderson's knocked it down tonight. He's done it again, and now he's got really bad damage all the way down the right side of the car from the tip to the toe. I mean, it's just it's pretty beat up. That car is going to be tough to handle for the rest of this race, Sue.
That was a little different kind of putting it in the wall there, where the car got loose on him and he kind of put the tail in first, then the front end smacked in there. Not one of those usual typical flat pancakes against the wall that we just saw there from Parrott. If you're watching at home and you're an iRacer, come on in and join this race. I'm not sure we're going to have anybody make it to the end. The winner may be the guy who goes the farthest.
Just might, absolutely.
We should point out that Alex Skinner has brought the car back out. The number 20 machine is running in 8th position right now, 14 laps down. He's soon to pick up a spot on Thomas Vanass, who's still in the pits. Looking at P2, and Westman puts it in the wall. Sean, I don't think Alan's comfortable up here. Usually he likes to sit farther, a little bit back. He's going to give up this spot now. Well, actually, he has already. I was a little bit behind. There we go. That's Bobrovsky has that spot. Now he's being challenged by Parrott. Parrott gets it done. Not before Parrott sees the wall one more time.
You know, Soup, you brought up Thomas Vanass, and I'm looking at his car right now, and his whole front end's gone. I don't not think he's going to be coming out for the rest of this race. If he is, it's going to be a long time in the pits for sure.
Well, Sean, we've seen guys bring out cars that we couldn't even recognize. They were so banged up a few races ago. This series is not opposed to you bringing out what you got.
Oh, Henderson a little bit of trouble again. Again, he's going to have trouble with that for the rest of the night at this point. You're not coming back from that damage, unfortunately. It's going to be a beast for the rest of the evening. He's just got to keep these boys close. He's got Westman still up in front of him. Gets a nice run on Westman there. But that is going to be the challenge all race for him, is keeping it out of that wall. Repeat trips to the table will not be allowed soon.
Joshua Wolf beginning to just have his way with it now as his lead opens up to, my goodness, looks like just over 5 seconds. Bobrovsky in second. Not a real battle up there, much in front. Let's go to Skinner right now. Alex Skinner just pulls over and lets the number 3 car go by. Good news for Alex is you have picked up a position with Thomas Vanass in the pits. You're now up to 7th. Keep an eye on Skinner as he pulls it over and he lets the Westman go by and Henderson go by. Oh,
Henderson's trying to make a move.
Oh, man.
On the high side.
Wow. Yeah, we got to catch Cologne. Cologne is having trouble. He's spinning again. He's still trying to get the car righted. He's facing in the correct direction now. Still down on the apron. Looks like he may opt to go ahead and bring it in the pit right here, Soup.
He knows that in very hard. I guess he's off the racing line. That's why the iRacing.
Oh yeah, car is about 6 inches shorter, and we're about to see that here as it comes off the turn. And it just starts to come around into the wall and off into that inside retaining wall. Comes up so quick at that speed. Car just helpless. Limp down on the bottom. And now he's in the pit making his way slowly down. Long trip down there.
Well, the bad news for Cordell Cologne is his oh my goodness.
What? He put it in the wall for, yeah, well.
Let's just try to balance it out here. Let me finish this up before he leaves the server altogether. Bad news is for him, he's having a tough night. The good news is, I believe, and we'll bring this up later when we bring up the chase overlay, that he is going to make the chase because DeCuna is not here today, who is sitting in 12th position. So I believe Cologne, even with a last place finish tonight of 8th, will still get enough points to make his way from the 13th spot into the 12th spot and make the chase for the final 10 races. Remember, the points are all wiped clean, and that's one of the reasons I really haven't had a chance to talk about it, but that's one of the reasons why our field is so small tonight. This is the last race before the chase, and it really is pointless as Westman is coming in to the pits right now. The number 12 machine coming in, pitting under green. This is on lap 46. Would this be because he is scheduled for a pit stop? It seems like
looks like he only took left side, Sue. Trevor, did you catch that? Did I see that right? Did Westman only take 2 tires on that stop?
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. I was having some some technical difficulties right there, but let me look back at it. I'll give you a definite answer on that there, Sean.
It was, well...
Nope, he took 4 there, Sean. All 4.
I guess I must have come back to him at the wrong moment there.
Yeah, you caught the second half of the pit stop there.
Apparently
they were so quick they got out there before you saw the first ones. They are invisible after all. So Westman out of the pits now, running in. I'm going to score him in 5th position. My timing and scoring is down 2 laps down. Let's see, has Cologne brought that car back out? Looks like no. In fact, Cologne has left the server altogether, so his night is done. So it looks like there's another spot for Skinner to Vulture, and Thomas Vanass has also left the server as well. So Cologne's or Skinner going to pick up another spot. Director, since things are settling down right now, before they start to come in, why don't we bring up that race to the chase graphic and we can talk about that real quick. Caught him a little bit by surprise. They hate it when I go out of my lane and start directing things. Okay, now I had a nice whole thing about, great thing written about this. We're going to avoid this right now. Let's just go right to it. There you go. You see Borowski running in 12th. He's safely going to make the chase. Dawson Brock is here today. He's so far ahead, 43 points. He doesn't have to worry about making the chase. Now, Vinny DeCuna, that's the driver I was talking about. 29 points up on Cordell Cologne. Ooh, I think I will have to actually maybe do a little research when I have some time. I think 8th place is probably, yeah, certainly. I think this is 1 point from 43 down, so I think 8th place for Cologne would get him 35. Should be enough to get him there. So look for Cordell Cologne to make the chase. Vinny DeCuna is not going to make it, of course. And there's the Mullins man where does the Mullins man live, Sean?
Why, Soup? He lives on Victory Lane.
That's right. Do you know the Mullins man? He lives on Victory Lane. Yeah, I think he's got 5 or 6 of them this season, but he's not gonna. He's kind of called it a season here in the We Stand United stock car series, and so he's not going to be participating. So I believe your top 12 pretty much safe in there now. We can Cordell Cologne. And we're losing TeamSpeak one more time. We'll stay with it as if you can hear me. There is another option that we have that many of these drivers, our announcers, will be able to be part of. I personally will not be able to be there right away, so if we do switch somewhere, we may be off the air for a little bit. We can come back. You can hear Sean and Trevor. Hear their voices a little more than mine. That's probably worth it right there. I mean, I don't know if we're actually losing anything if we're going to lose Soup from this broadcast. 6 cars still racing. One of the reasons we brought Trevor in here is he is well versed in Broadway show tunes. So if we need to, I know he can do a great rendition of West Side Story.
I can do it all. I got the guitar. You want me to start playing?
Hey, got a battle going on here. Nick Parrott starting to bring it here on Trevor Bobrovsky. Gets to the inside into 1. Bobrovsky, happy to let him have it and overdrive the car into the concrete.
Able to hang on to the lead, but that car gets another half.
Bobrovsky got a little loose.
Boy.
Oh, he gathers it up. He's going to lose the position, though. I think here comes Henderson.
We were looking for excitement, Sue. Here it is. Break it out on lap 56.
You know, the guys are still racing, and it's kind of nice. There are battles going on. What's funny is there was a battle for second position, and then Borowski gets loose, and now it turns into a battle for third with Henderson. Here comes that DuPont machine. I keep calling it the DuPont machine. It is not. It's the Exalted. It's just those rainbow colors. Yeah. It's yes. DuPont inspired, our director would like to say on that one. It is a beautiful car.
Now, whereas the sponsor is not DuPont, the paint, I believe, was supplied by DuPont. So Still
Okay, there you go. You're saying the actual physical paint on the car.
Yes.
Okay.
Nobody uses paint on the cars anymore, Zip, unfortunately. It's all vinyl wraps now.
You know, I remember, and I think it was as much for just psyching out the competitors. I remember Jeff Gordon saying, "We're not going to wrap the car. We're going to paint it because paint is faster." As the 10 machine of Bobrovsky's in the wall again.
And Henderson brings it right to the inside. Right over there he is.
There's
Bobrovsky's around.
in. There's a 180, and he saves
Oh,
it.
and he keeps it going.
There you go. That's how you do it.
And that is going to keep us under green flag conditions. He's still not right. The car is still not right. He's still trying to get it going in a straight line again. And I think he has pulled it off. I think Trevor is back underway, finally.
That's even better than Danny Sullivan, because Danny Sullivan wasn't able to do a little tap dance on the wall on his spin. That was a nice spin.
I am so glad you brought Danny Sullivan up, because I was about to say Scott Goodyear.
No, that's Bobrovsky. That's get 10.0 from the Olympic judges, and he's going to bring it into the pits.
Yeah, I think the tires need a little...
Well, he tried to bring it
We
into the
missed
pits.
the pits. Oh,
Boy, when it goes away, it goes away, doesn't it?
Well, you know, we should talk about pit entrance here. It's something the sim racers as well as real world racers have a hard time with because it comes up on you quick.
Yeah, it came up on him really quick right there. Wrist just misses the barrels, has to lock him up. Oh, boy, loses a lot of time down there. Alex Skinner, by the way, Skinner came in the pit as... Skinner's been in there. I'll take that back. He had gotten that trouble, and he's still sitting down there. Still in the car, waiting.
I think Westman, though, came in for that stock. He's back out there. He's somebody to keep an eye on, maybe able to cycle around. Running fifth right now. Lead car one lap down. And poor Trevor Bobrovsky trying to bring that thing around. Is he going to bring it in this time, or is he going to keep it out there since he's got it working for him?
Okay, so they've gotten pretty deep into this run. That last pit stop was what, lap 26, Sue?
Yeah.
So
see,
they're deeper into this run than they were that first run, and we certainly know Trevor's got trouble with the tires after heating them up by that spin and flat spotting them there. So
no, I think Trevor's decided as he puts it in the wall one more time, I think he said, well, maybe I'll just stay out here and see what I can do with this thing. Here comes now. This is Wolf being lapped. He gives him some room. Oh, and he goes, where's he going? Is he just bringing it down? Boy, he gets an early entrance into the pit lane. That's how you don't miss it. He's still struggling to make it in there. Now he gets it in. Woo.
Houston, we have landed.
Oh, my God. It really did look like he was trying to bring a jet down on a rocking carrier on that one. So Bobrovsky is in. We'll keep an eye. I imagine with all that trouble, the Westman's probably going to be able to come around and get that spot ahead of him. I think he already has. Just to wrap up, we have two drivers that have officially left. That's Finas and Cologne. Again, and good news for Cologne is he is going to probably make the chase. Alex Skinner still in the pits right now. Out comes the number 10 car. Let's watch. He comes out now. Is this a battle for position? I believe it is. No, it is not. Okay. Westman is... Bobrovsky is this lap down from Westman. So Westman gets around him, but it is pointless. Westman now doing a good job keeping that car off the wall. Keep in mind, though, Westman made that stop, so Wolf, Parent, and Henderson still need to come in.
I've got to say, Joshua Wolf is holding no mercy here at all right now. None. He's just pulling away from everyone, passing who he needs to pass, and just doing it.
I'd say right now he is the lone wolf as he puts it in the wall.
I'm sorry if I cursed that right there.
Yes, that was Sean likes to downplay it. Sometimes he calls it the jinx. He just likes to, because he starts feeling bad about the responsibility that he holds. Remember, Sean, with great power comes great responsibility.
That's absolutely right. And, I get to the point where I don't even want to talk anymore. It's like, okay, I'm done for the race. I'm not saying anything else. Let's just let these boys race. Joshua Wolf is racing, though. He's racing hard this evening. Soup, I got to admit, this is one of the better runs we've seen out of him all season. He was obviously dialed in for this one.
Yeah, very much so.
Now, it has not come without a stripe, because Howlin' Wolf is he's got a stripe down the side of that car. He has definitely left his mark, or it's left its mark on him.
Well, let me tell you, if the betting window is still open in Vegas, and you can get like a bet in here on lap 69, lap 70 of this race, see what odds you can get on Alan Westman. That Westman puts it in the car. Puts it in the wall as I talk about him. Sitting back there one lap down, made that pit stop. He likes to be in this position. You know what? Here's the idea, folks. Let me tell you this. If you're hooked up to get married and you're not really happy about what this wedding and you're looking to get out of it, have Sean or I or Trevor come and do play-by-play of your wedding. We'll get that thing to break up before the I-do's are done, okay?
Hey, I'd be down for that. That sounds like a good gig. Where do I sign up?
Yeah, doesn't the bride look pretty? Next thing you know, she's passing out. Wedding put on hold.
Oh, Alex Skinner just disconnected. His car must have been done there.
That gives 3 drivers out. 5 left. 5 left on the track. 3 left in the booth. And now here's a pass. Here's the nuke. Look at this 10 machine, and we can get to that when you look there at Broski. Looks real nice, but remember, he's on nice fresh tires, even though he's nosed the car in the wall. Really goes to show you, Sean and Trevor, what new tires will do, even if your car is banged up. Yeah. Oh, and there goes Henderson.
Oh, that's probably going to end his night. He looks like he's able to keep it out of the racing groove. That keeps the green flag out. Look at the replay. We're focused in on the Exalta machine. 24 comes out, hits the wall, goes around, hits the inside retaining wall. And that's a tough hit. There's going to bring him into the pit. Oh.
Yeah. There's a nice mesquite smoke coming from that machine.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the ribs have been rubbed down. They're ready.
I just don't think Travis is going to keep that car smoking in the pits to get that done. Boy, that looks like that car.
Frosky is on the move again. He just got around Nick Parrott. He is now got by Joshua Wolf. Now he is a lap down, but he got those fresh tires and he's able to get right back around those guys. Now, I'm sorry, he was 2 laps down and cycled around to 2 laps down. He gets that lap back. He gets back to work. If he can get all his way back around here, maybe he can get another spot back and get back on the lead lap with these guys. But yeah,
look at the lead for the lead. Look at this. Wolf is slowed down. From out of the blue, flying up, there is Nick Parrott. And Parrott has perched himself right behind Wolf. A pair of animals going at it. If I just had to do it by the animal, I'm going to take the Wolf over the Parrott, but that's not the case right now. As Nick Parrott takes the lead on lap 77 and is able to do it without putting it in the wall.
Look at this ratio right now. It's 4-4 right now. 4 GSRC workers here. And then 4 drivers left. I think that's the best ratio. A new record. You were talking about the record earlier. We have a new one. A 1-to-1 ratio here.
We joked about joining the session as drivers, maybe calling some from our cars. Now, Travis Henderson has not called it a day. That car is still in there. It has stopped smoking, so maybe they're going to do some repairs on that one. But our new leader, Nick Parrott has pulled away from Joshua Wolf. And now Wolf being challenged. Here comes Westman. Remember, Westman's a lap down.
Yeah, not used to seeing Westman a lap down, to be honest with you. He's every race we've seen him in, he has been one of those guys fighting for position there at the end. And listen, he's still fighting. He's hanging with Wolf right now, working in his draft just a little bit, and getting a nice run through the turn, looking to the inside, going to take it back.
Yeah, Trevor, do you think that maybe Westman's pit stop strategy is based on tire wear rather than fuel? Now, what I think you have going on here, if you have guys like Parrott and Wolf who are out here on long runs on used up tires, I wonder if making more stops for fresh rubber might not be a smarter move.
I'm not sure. I mean, fresh tires here is going to gain you a lot of time, but I don't know if it's going to gain you enough time to get your lap back. As long as, I don't know, if a caution comes out, then it might help him out a little bit, get his lap back, and we'll see how that works out. But more stops usually is not good, but he's hard charging these guys right now, so it's a possibility.
Well, Director, is Westman now fighting to get back on the lead lap here as we look at the lead car here? That's the number 3. So here he is. He's fighting to get back on the lead lap. Now, he's already made, in theory, he's made his pit stop. The number 3 needs to come in. I would assume that Westman's going to be able to get around before the number 3 makes his pit stop. And like I said, I think Westman's going to inherit the lead here as soon as the 3 has to come in.
Seems like it. And you know what? He will inherit the lead because Parrott and Wolf still need to come in.
Right. But of course, when they do come in, when they come out, they'll be on the fresh tires, and Westman will be on the older rubber. But I like that strategy. I like Alan Westman. Sean, he's just sneaky. He's a contrarian. Whatever these guys are going to do, he's going to do the other thing.
Well, think about it this way as well. If Westman's going in more for more pit stops, it means he's getting fuel. So if a caution does come out, he's going to be the first one out of the pits because he has to put in less fuel.
Westman's the guy you want to be with on the Poseidon. When the thing tips over, he's the guy that's, when everyone else says, no, we got to go there, he's saying, no, we got to go up to the bottom of the ship. He's the guy that's going to save your life, man.
He's our Gene Hackman.
He's our Gene Hackman.
He's our Gene Hackman, that's right.
Oh, that's another demographic that we're going to skew that nobody... Let's ask our director. Let's see if he's ever seen the Poseidon Adventure with Gene Hackman. Director, have you seen it? No.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
If anyone's out there watching and you've seen the Poseidon Adventure with Gene Hackman, go ahead and send us a tweet.
Yeah, your favorite scene, your favorite Gene Hackman scene in the Poseidon Adventure. Absolutely, we'll take that.
Oh man, did I have a crush on the girl singer in that movie. Heels and hot pants.
So did Gene Hackman.
Our leader is now, let me get this straight. Have I missed something? Oh no, that's right. It's still Parrott and Wolf. We're still waiting for those guys to come in. In fact, here comes the Wolf right now. Gonna come into the den. Brings that 15 machine in. Leaving Nick Parrott out there flying all by himself. Now, Westman is on the back straight right now. Now, Westman working through 3 and 4. And look at this. Westman is bringing it in as well. Interesting.
Are we looking at the same thing right now? This is ridiculous. He just went in. This is Westman's 4th pit stop right here. 4th one compared to Parrott's 1 and Wolf's 2.
I'm wondering maybe how much damage did Westman have on that car? Maybe he's just getting a little bit every time. Getting a little bit of, a little bit of damage repair every time.
Well, now he's in, he's on the same side. There goes Wolf right now, but I think Westman's going to be in there for a while longer, but he just pulls in right now. I would have liked to seen Westman stay out there for a little bit and maybe lead a lap here when Parrott comes in. But like I said, he doesn't do what you think he's going to do. There's some genius going on in there that us mortals just don't understand. Alan Westman is here comes Parrott now. So what we'll do when Parrott comes in, we'll see if we can pick up. Well, actually, it looks like Bobrovsky is going to inherit the lead. No, he's still a lap down. Well, I think it's going to be Wolf, right? I would think. Well, yeah, now Wolf is coming around, but this is not for the lead this time. This is Wolf getting his lap back as he comes around this time, if I'm correct on this, Director. So now he's on the same lap as Parrott, and Parrott's in the pits. But I think your leader is Bobrovsky. And here comes Bobrovsky now. Bobrovsky's coming across the start-finish line now. I think that is going to give him the lead, as Parrott is still listed as the leader because his pit stop is on the other side of the start-finish line. So now here comes Parrott. So now we're looking for Wolf, and there goes Wolf. So Parrott drops into third, depending on how you want to count. If you want to count Bobrovsky as your real leader. Westman on the back straight, I believe, is going to be in fourth position, and your new leader is Trevor Bobrovsky.
Trevor, keeping it out there. That car has been all over the track so far this evening, and he finds himself in the lead. Pretty good lead at that. 8.5 seconds right now over Wolf.
All right, now I go ahead and I talk to Trevor Bissett here, the sergeant, and you too, Sean. If we're not able to keep track of the cars right now and where they stand, with only 4 out there, then maybe we need to be moved down to some of the lower divisions in racing here. 4 cars on the track, 3 announcers in the booth. Put the director in there as well. It's 4-4, like Bissett said earlier. The sergeant is on top of things.
So who are you watching there, Soup? On who you taking, Sean? I'll take the other one. And we got Amjad here. He could take the 4th one and just tell us what's going on. We just watch one driver.
No, I'm watching Trevor right now, trying to hang on to the car.
I already called dibs.
You did? Okay, all right. Well,
same first name.
No, actually, the thing that's impressed me about Trevor is his ability to recover this evening. We've seen a couple of wild moments with that car, and there he goes. He's taking it all the way down to the inside. Can he get it slowed down and keep the car straight? Wow, that was, oh boy, that was an adventure. Oh
man, he makes these pit stops exciting, doesn't he?
And Wolf goes by as he slides his way in there. Wolf takes the lead back. Nick Parrott will move on up to second.
And Westman just working around now. Coming around. He's working the back straight, am I correct? Yeah, so he's got 3 and 4 to go ahead and move up into the final podium spot. Still have hopes for Travis Henderson, the 24 machine, still sitting in the pits, 18 laps down. But he hasn't called it a day. Sitting right in there behind Bobrovsky right now. You can see work being done on Bobrovsky, and there he goes. And watching him pull away is Travis. Put a call out to Travis, Alice Skinner, Cordell Colon, Thomas Vanassi. If you guys want to come in for an interview, you got plenty of time. Come in and talk to us.
I think we can get all 4 finishers in.
Hey, guys, Wolf had a little bit of trouble up there close to the wall. The car was right up there. Got a little bit of contact, but he is still your leader now by 9.8 seconds, guys.
Giving you a little bit of golf commentary there for all you golf fans out there. Sometimes it's good just to let the action speak for itself.
Nothing wrong with cranking it up a little bit every now and then and just listening to him go around. Joshua Wolf in command. Nick Parrott holding down third. Alan Westman. A lot of work to do, Soup. Back there a lap down. Him and Bobrovsky. They got to somehow figure out a way to get back on pace and pick those laps back up.
And don't go away, because if things get really boring, remember we have Trevor Bissett. You should hear him do I Am Pretty. Man, it's really good if you haven't heard that. Again, West Side Story, another one aiming at a demographic from 60 years ago.
Don't make me bring out the guitar here.
That's right. Well, may not be the worst idea. Sean, let's talk a little about this series. I know we're kind of having fun right now. They've had a tough time of it. They put on some great racing, and if you're an iRacer out there and you'd like to be on a GSRC broadcast, let's get that one right. Give who do you want to talk to? Maybe give a call out to is it Travis Henderson? Maybe, Sean, is that who might be a good person to contact, or Joshua Wolf?
Yeah, I would say definitely Joshua Wolf and Travis Henderson would be the two guys you'd want to hook up with and get in touch with. Absolutely.
Tell them the sergeant sent you, or Super Crackers. They'll get you hooked up. There's some good racing going on. This is a long, long series. Now, my dad used to tell me when I was a little boy, when sim racing was more about rolling the dice and moving little pewter cars around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 around the game board, that a good sim racing championship is a hard road to trod. T-R-O-D, he said. And what you needed to do this was talent for the T. For the R, you needed resilience. When things go wrong or the series you have a yellow fest, you want to come back. The O was for opportunity. You have to have a schedule in life that lets you race. And then D is for discipline. When you have that opportunity, you have to make sure that you leave time to go ahead and practice and race. T-R-O-D, talent, resilience, opportunity, and discipline. You have those 5 things, you got yourself a real good chance of winning a championship. And what you're looking out there right now, those 4 things. Yeah, 4 things. Did I count that wrong? 4. T-R-O-D. The director's talking in my ear, but I can talk over him while I'm listening. Those 4 things. And what you got right now is Joshua Wolf certainly has the talent. Things have not always gone as well. He has the resilience. Apparently, he has the opportunity to be in this series, and he has the discipline to show up every time. So that's what you want to do. Hats off to all these guys. Joshua Wolf, Nick Parrott, Alan Westman, Trevor Bobrovsky, and then the guys who are still gave it an effort. Travis Henderson, Alex Skinner, Cordell Cologne, and Thomas Finesse. Nice job, guys.
Our ratio went back down, though, because Travis Henderson's back out on track.
Hey, I knew he'd be back.
He did. He made his way back out. I was just getting ready to talk about that. Henderson is back on track and got the 24 machine running again. And he is just a few laps down, 25 of them. But, hey, hats off to him. He's got a top 5 finish secured if he wants it.
With apologies to my dad, maybe that D wasn't for discipline. Maybe it was for determination. Sorry, Pops, I don't remember. But here's some good determination. Bringing that car out 25 laps down. Travis Henderson. There's some dedication. Let's go ahead and talk to the bosses at GSRC. See if they can bring in one more employee in here so we can go 5 on 5. Bobrovsky gets loose from the lead, able to hang on to it.
And another Bobrovsky moment.
Sorry. From 4th, that's right. He is a lap down, sorry.
Brought to you by GSRC. Oh, and it gets wicked off the turn into the wall and back down to the inside. He's able to get her collected and back underway. Oh, and
my goodness, where is it? Could it be Henderson? Has to be Henderson.
Oh,
I knew
boy.
It would be. The 24. Brought that car out. Sean and Trevor, he probably didn't know what he really had there. It must have been a handful.
Well, and he crunches it again here on the replay. You see him.
Same spot. Same exact spot on the car.
It looks like deja vu to me for sure.
And he's excellent. I think his pit crew said, no, we're not fixing that one. But what that does do, that leaves Westman and Bobrovsky 1 lap down that didn't get the right sequence on that. Wolf and Parrott. Oh, our director comes up. Westman's going to get the lucky dog, put him back on the lead lap. I hope you got to that betting booth in Vegas, because now all of a sudden that number 12 car back on the lead lap. Unfortunately, he'll have to go to the end of the line, but there's only 4 cars and it's double restart, so. All right, well, forget the call here for the extra employee. We're down to 4 cars officially. Travis Henderson is out.
And the leaders are in the pit suit.
What we'll do, we will go to break here once this pit cycle is done and they come back out. We'll take a short break. We hope you are enjoying this. We're honestly having a good time. I know it's only 4 cars out there, but stick with us. Again.
Yeah, absolutely stick with us. We've got 38 laps to go, and they are going to be 38 very, very hard laps because Josh Wolf and Nick Parrott are going to make a race out of this. And don't look now, but Alan Westman and Trevor Vavroski have found their way back to the lead lap. Now, they're going to have to stay on track to keep that lead lap, so this could get interesting soon.
And this is very long pit stops here. Wolf still in the pits. Parrott still in the pits.
Wolf just got out.
And here comes Parrott out right now. Do some banging in those pits to get all those dents out from the wall for sure.
Okay, so I think now we can safely go to a little break. Don't go too far away because we're going to have... I know there's only 4 cars. It's going to be darn exciting. It'll be fun. We'll have a good time, Paula. So stay with us here. This is Global Sim Racing Channel. We'll be back in just a few to wrap this thing up. Welcome back. It's Sean Ambrose, Trevor Bissett, and Bill Soupzon, along with Joshua Wolf, Nick Parrott, Alan Westman, Trevor Vavroski, and Travis Henderson, all here with you at the Global Sim Racing Channel's coverage of the We Stand United final round. This is round 24, the final round before the chase. The pace car has just pulled in right now. We are working lap 110 of 146. As they cross the finish line, there will be less than 35 laps to go, and your leader ducks down in there. That's the 15 car of them. Now there's a yellow flag again. I've seen, nope, I guess it's green. That's my bad. Rods and cones. Okay, Wolf in front. Nick Parrott in second. Look at this. Alan Westman in third, and Sean. Trevor Vavroski in fourth. And guess what, Sean? What do all those 4 cars have in common?
They're all on the lead lap, buddy.
That's right. A little Sesame Street there for you. 4 of these things belong together.
We've got a race on our hands for sure. We have got a race, 34 laps to go. Howard Wolf coming out of the comes out of turn 2 down the backstretch. Still, your leader's starting to open it up again on Nick Parrott. Has anybody got anything for him today?
And for all you guys who enjoy watching Rudy, well, I got somebody for you to cheer for. Still out there, Travis Henderson, 28 laps down. Still got that car. He's hit it in the wall the exact same place twice. His invisible repair crew has that car back out there. He's running 5th. Top 5 for Travis. Yeah, but look at this. Wolf now starting to pull away. Parrott doing a good job sticking with him. And we got a nice little battle for 3rd there. Westman not able to get away from Bobrovsky. Sean, how much does draft play into effect here? I know these cars have been banged up so much. It's probably more. Oh, and there goes the 10 car. Bobrovsky.
Boy,
one more. That was a big one, too.
His teeth are going to hurt in the morning.
He's got to put a ring on it after kissing it so much. Jeez.
All right. That's a good line.
Yes, it is.
There it is again.
Yes.
Oh, he's losing it. Oh, catches himself there.
That 10 car, fun to watch for Bobrovsky. That's really a handful.
We're going to run out of adjectives for the type of race that he's had. That car is just, man, it really has seen every inch of this track, and I think just about every inch of concrete out here.
Yeah, well, when they put it in the hauler, they're not going to have to put the bicycles on the hooks because that car's a lot skinnier. They'll just be able to leave the bikes right there on the floor, put it right in.
And Travis Henderson has given up on his quest to get his 29 laps back. He just disconnected.
I think that could be a mistake because if these 4 cars get together and there was the big one, they could all take each other out. Still think Travis Henderson had a chance at the win here. Joshua Wolf, 117 to go. Got to do the math. 118. Sean, we're less than 20 to go. I don't really. 29 to go. Sorry, it's 146. That's right.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet. So
all right,
almost
sorry.
there.
Sorry,
we're
I was
almost
getting
there,
excited.
Buddy. I'm excited too.
Casey and the Sunshine Band back in the box. Not yet, boys. Four cars out there, all on the lead lap right now. Bobrovsky, though, is really having a hard time. The gap last time through the start-finish line, Parrott 2.2 seconds behind, Westman 3.9 seconds behind.
Guess who connected back? He must have heard you, Soup.
Attaboy.
Not giving up the fight yet.
I'm not sure if he's hopped in the car yet, though, but he has connected
No, he
back.
doesn't need to get the car out there because he could be 100 laps down. We're looking for this thing to be. We're looking for disaster to strike these guys. Wolf, Parrott, Westman, and Bobrovsky. Now, Wolf, Parrott, and Bobrovsky have been here, Sean, all season long. These guys are veterans. Westman, it's too bad he got a late start to the series. If he would have got in at the very beginning, he would have been right up, had a chance to be in the chase. Out there in that number 12 Browning car. And you say that Browning is a firearms manufacturer. Is that what you're correct on that?
That would be correct, yes. Most famous for their shotguns. I actually I owned a Browning 12 gauge at one point in my life.
I don't want to brag, but I had a 13 gauge, but you know.
No.
I had a Red Ryder.
Oh, put your eye out with that thing.
Yeah. Soup, I believe you had a Red Ryder too, didn't you?
Yes, but...
Or was that the Radio Flyer sled? I can't remember.
I have a joke, but That'll get me in trouble with the bosses. So let's just go back to Joshua Wolf in front there with Nick Parrott in second. Gap 3.2 seconds, 4.8 back to Westman. Lap 123 of 146. We're not there yet, but soon we'll get the announcement that everyone's waiting for. From Crackers. How many viewers we got right now? Do we have more viewers than announcers is the question. 5, there we go. 5 viewers. 4 cars on the track. 3 announcers in the booth.
Oh, and Nick Parrott is loose coming out of turn 4. Oh, man, he was able to get the car turned and straightened up.
And he's...
Yeah, this is the replay here on screen. You'll see Nick up there, and he gets just a piece of the wall, and oh, what a wicked moment for him there. And he kind of opened a door for Westman to catch up to him, but Westman not able to do anything with it. He's actually, now Parrott is back underway. He's starting to pull away from Westman again.
Yeah, Westman tried to take it and hit the wall, actually, when he was about to come up on him. So he ended up losing that time he gained on it.
But boys, with 20 laps to go, that means just one thing. Fire up KC. It's time to boogie. Let's get this party going, baby. 20 laps to go.
Sean, I keep asking the GSC powers the powers if they can get us some music for this part. Just a tiny little key.
We'll have to pay somebody.
Yeah, I know.
Hashtag get down tonight. You know, I said it earlier. I think we were at about the halfway point. And Joshua Wolf was having just a great run. Probably one of the best runs we've seen out of him all season. And yeah, you could say, there's not a lot of cars here tonight. You throw whatever superlative out there that you want. He's still got to drive this track. And right now, he has done it better than anybody else behind him. The proof is in the pudding. He's 4.5 seconds up, and I just don't think he's going to give it up here at this point, Sue.
No, I think he would have been competitive no matter the size of the field. And we've seen him run, we've seen him run up front when the fields were large with some big names up there. Mainly, we've seen him run with James Mullins when Mullins was racing. So, yeah, it's always one of the favorites, always up front. Parrott in that Sundrop machine having a nice finish in second place, keeping that car, even though it was a little bit exciting. He was fell back into the clutches of Westman after that little trouble that he had, but then he was able to pick it up again and now distanced himself about almost 2 seconds ahead of Westman now. Five viewers watching.
Oh, Westman with trouble off the wall.
Oh my goodness!
It all
that
the way
could
around.
bring out the yellow if they feel like it. Nope. He keeps it going. The car is puffing. The car is coughing. The car is lurching, and Bobrovsky gets by him.
Just barely gets by him. He was on the banking there, low on the banking, and trying to get the car turned straight again. Spinning the tires and really, really tough. But you see Bobrovsky get by there.
Felt like some old school NASCAR there, racing back to the check.
Yeah, that was Bobrovsky. We were on board there as he got by, but no caution.
Bobrovsky, okay, I just heard from Bobrovsky saying, gosh darn it, where's the caution that he needs? And then Bobrovsky says to Westman, you can have the spot back if you promise to spin again. Bobrovsky moves up in the podium spot, Westman in fourth.
I'm looking here, and I'm seeing Parrott starting to gain up on Wolf right now.
A little bit, yep.
He's gained about a second in the last 3 laps.
He was almost 0.3 faster on that last lap.
I'm wondering if Wolf's starting to save gas, possibly, if they're good on gas or not.
Well, Parrott still hanging on, Soup. He's digging. Still just a little bit faster than Wolf, and this could be just Wolf backing off a little bit, taking care of the car. He doesn't want to do anything foolish at this point. He's led so many laps tonight, just 11 to go. Gotta be careful. You can see him up there just ahead. As we ride on board with Nick Parrott, the Sun Drop number 3.
Nice win from Josh. He's had several so far this season. Here's where I like to. The director tells me to stay in my lane. Maybe how about an onboard camera there with Nick Parrott? See what Wolf looks like ahead of him in his mirror. Or in his windshield. As Parrott puts it in. What was that, Sean?
Nice. Parrott having a.
There you go.
Again.
Oh, man.
Forget the commentator's curse. It's the director's curse now.
We just tried to go on board to get a shot. Look at this. That might have been the second time. Yeah, no, it goes on for half a lap. Oh, there he kissed it one more time. Well.
I think that was just for good measure. Even things out just a bit. Maybe he needed a little help with the handling.
I almost thought he was he's trying to spank the track back, kind of like Walter Payton, not going out of bounds. Spin here. Take this, lady in black. Parrott still running in second here as he's working now. He's working lap 138. We're down to 6 to go. 9 to go. So I just simply see it right up there on that.
Flip it over. Flip it over.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Nick Parrott, though, for giving us something there to watch. Let's go ahead. We can look at Bobrovsky is being ran down a little bit. Maybe Westman's got a chance to get him back. We'll keep an eye on that final podium spot.
Westman he's closing a little bit. He was 4/10 faster that last lap, and he's still got a run in him. He's got 5 laps, we'll have 7 laps this time by to get it done. He's definitely in the mirror. He's starting to fill it up a little bit now. I think this has been just a great race, honestly. These guys, especially for Bobrovsky and Westman, for both of them to get back on the lead lap here late. For Bobrovsky, with the trip around he's had all night, for him to just manage to have stayed on the last lap is just short of incredible, Sue.
Honestly, it has been a good time, and these guys did their best to put on a good show. And Bobrovsky, I think he would have won no matter the size of the field.
You mean Wolf?
Wolf, yes, I apologize. Too many cars to keep track of.
I mean, if Bobrovsky somehow can pull off a win here tonight, that would probably be the story of the year. I just keep going back to the type of night he's had. Been very, very challenging, but here he is at the end. Finds himself slated for a podium finish. If he can hold off Alan Westman, who's still trying to make up a little ground on him, but he has slowed down just a bit. Car might be used up. But we still have 4 cars on the lead lap.
Westman, if this finishes under yellow, I'm throwing my monitor out the window. Westman gets the car off track. He's stopped it down off the racing line, and he's exited out.
There's the replay. Okay. Oh, man. Took the whole front clip off, guys. That looks like a Martinsville special now. Look, it almost looks like a bootleg modified. For those of you not familiar, every Saturday night here on the Global Sit Racing Channel, the bootleg modifieds.
Well,
that's so much for. Just as I'm making that great little announcement of before cars being left on the lead lap, well,
down to 3.
Yeah, and then there were 3. And podium finish is going to mean exactly that tonight. It will be a podium finish for Vrosky, still doing his very, very best to explore the boundaries of this track.
Working with 2 to go now as he comes through 3 and 4. He'll be looking to get the white flag. Number 15.
I think the story today, Soup, is all about the Howlin' Wolf.
5 viewers viewing. 4 GSR. 4 or up to 7.
Yep.
But it doesn't go with my closing line. We'll stick with 5.
Words getting around.
4 GRSC GRSCers. 3 racers racing. A Parrot running second. And a Wolf in victory lane as Joshua Wolf takes it home, winning the final round before the chase. Joshua Wolf. Nick Parrott brings it home in second. Trevor Borowski has spun the car.
He spun. He needs to get around to finish the lap.
He's struggling to get the car going straight.
Come on, Trevor.
Let's go ahead. Let's stay on Borowski here.
Come on, Trevor. He's got no rear end on the left of the left on the car.
The little engine that could now, literally.
He's going to finish on the lead lap. Come on, we're going to stay. This is ridiculous. We're staying here. Keep that number 10. No.
Straight it out.
He's got it. Oh, come on. Don't give up on us, Trevor. He's got half a lap to go. There's still hope. Travis Henderson now trying to get his car back out with hopes of maybe finishing. Not going to happen.
Do we need GPS or a tow rope or something to get him around here?
Working through 3. He's
don't go in the pit. Stay on the track, Trevor. Okay, no, he's staying on the track. Here we go.
And he comes across. There's your final podium spot. The Gulf car. Trevor. That's why they call him Baroom Borowski.
I feel like that needs to be on Talladega Nights or something right there. Oh my goodness.
And with that, what a more fitting end to the first part of this broadcast. We're going to take a short break as Borowski goes into Wolf while Wolf's doing donuts. We'll be back. I had a good time. I hope you enjoyed watching. Don't go away. We'll be back for driver interviews, run down the lengthy field, and then closing credits. Welcome back to the Global Sim Racing Channel. This is the coverage of the We Stand United NASCAR Series round. I believe it's 24, the final round before the chase. And let's run down the entire standings here for you today. What we usually do is the lead announcer takes the top 10, so let's go ahead. Oh, that won't work, will it? I'll take the top 2. Top 2, Joshua Wolf brings it home in the lead. Nick Parrott comes home in second there. Sean?
All right, third is
didn't
gonna.
I?
Third, nah, not at all. Trevor gonna be had my finger in the wrong place. Actually, that didn't sound good either. Trevor Vorofsky gonna finish third, and Alan Westman fourth this evening. Jeez,
Trevor, if you can put your finger in the right place, you want to take fifth and sixth.
Sure, we got Travis Henderson taking 5th place here, and then Alex Skinner going in at 6th.
Oh, help me. Cordell Colon and Thomas Vanassi finished 7th and 8th. Let's go ahead. We're going to bring in the whole group here that's in the interview booth. We're going to bring in both guys. We're going to bring in our winner, Joshua Howland Wolf, and then the guy who put in probably one of the most exciting final laps I've seen in a long time, Trevor Borowski. Let's go ahead. We got you both in here. First of all, Josh, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
I know it was a small field, but nonetheless, the car looked real good. I think it would have been competitive no matter the size of the grid, don't you think?
Yeah, I was had a lot of help from Travis this week, and we both worked together on this, and setup was great. Definitely, I was a little bit tight and loose, depending on what part of the corner and what end of the track on the longer runs, but definitely was really fast.
and Trevor, Sean here. Or I'm sorry, not Trevor, Josh. I'm falling apart here at the end of the broadcast, Josh. I really thought this was one of the best races we've seen out of you this evening. Now, I know you said you did a lot of work with Travis. It worked out for you. What didn't work out for Travis this evening, since we don't have him here?
Oh, I'm not sure. He was having a hard time keeping out of the wall, and then just had a couple times where other people got in the wall and just ended up getting damage from that.
Yeah.
I've liked the track. I absolutely love any track where we got to run right up against the wall, and just really enjoyed racing there and having to not just get right back in the throttle and actually have to use some brake or let off in the middle of the corner just to get it to turn off.
Right, and you know, and I'm just the opposite of you. I can't stand being up there next to that wall, Josh. But again, the car just looked like it was really, really hooked up, and it was turning for you. You did see a little bit of the wall. I saw you had a little bit of right side damage, but as long as you can keep that to a minimum, you can survive this joint catching.
Yeah, definitely. I've did get into it a few times, and a couple times it gave me a whole bunch of damage. And on that one long run, we had Nick come up and get by me, and I just had too much damage to be able to really fend for it. But he also likes to save tires, and I think he was just doing a lot better job at saving the tires than I did.
Well, Josh, that's man, that's it. The chase gets started next week. We're into the chase. Talk about this season a little bit and what's to come.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. Hopefully, be able to defend my championship from last year, and this is the next 10 weeks are going to be all fighting for that final week to go into the championship and race for there. So it's going to come all down to driver, because we're going to start next week with a fixed setup and eliminate any setup advantage and just bring it up to the driver at this point.
Now, I know Soup and I have talked about this. Soup, you can get back in this here. I expected to see some drivers come back down. The chase is getting started, right?
Yeah, I think one of the reasons we're seeing the small format is the drivers feel locked into the chase. They put in a lot of time. I expect to get some of those guys back. I know that there's going to be a little fresh blood in there trying to get the series fired back up again. It's such a great series, so we hope to get some of those drivers back in here. And guys, anything GSRC can do to help you get the fire back in some of these drivers, let us know.
Yeah, we're definitely missing some of the guys, some of our regulars. Don't know what's going on, if they're locked in or what's going on. Definitely want to see them on the track, and hopefully next week will be a lot better. And definitely looking for drivers that want to come and have fun and clean racing. And know some of the weeks haven't been great, but we definitely will love to see new people.
I know one of our new announcers here. We have Trevor Bassett here. Trevor, you got a question for these guys?
Trevor's going to talk to Trevor here real quick. I want to know what was going through your mind on that last lap there. I know Westman was closing on you and then lost it. So did you just have it in mind that P3 was kind of locked for you, or were you just having a little fun after that long 146 lap race there?
Oh, it looks like Trevor might be having a little bit of trouble. Trevor, have you got us?
Yeah, he just didn't want to answer his pathetic last lap 146 random lip.
I need to find the push to talk button here.
Get your finger in the right place. That's something.
I was on voice activation, but I was laughing at what Josh was talking about earlier. Travis losing the car. Travis. We all knew Travis was going to do that. No. Going to that last lap, it was... I actually was going to wall ride to try and get a fast lap in just to have some fun, and I knew I was locked in, and then I lost the car. Again. And that happened.
Hashtag again.
Yep. It was I had 24 incidents at the end of the race, and probably had about 20 extra 0Xs from hitting the wall that could have easily been more incidents. So it wasn't pretty. I was hoping for a Dover type situation where it was hit the wall. Hey, the car is better now after that one. Get back at it. But no, it was just hitting the wall.
It just never got any better for you, did it?
No.
Love the paint scheme the throwback you were throwing out there. Now, a bit of a different throwback scheme as its roots. That Gulf paint scheme, its ties go back to road racing. Is that correct?
Yeah. There have been tons of cars that have sported the Gulf paint scheme, and car that I was running earlier in the year, their business actually went through a name change and didn't have time to throw together a paint scheme for the new company logo and all that stuff, so just decided to grab something classic and figured I'd try it out here before the chase.
Well, it certainly looks good on the Gen 6 Chevrolet. I got to tell you, it was pretty good paint scheme out there this evening. It was fun to watch that thing go around and around and around and around again.
Go ahead, Trevor. You got a question?
Oh, Trevor, I was just curious there. Are you planning on taking Darlington out on a date after kissing the wall so many times? You plan on popping down on one knee and popping the question, or?
I feel like I did a lot more than just kiss the wall. I feel like we're way past that after tonight. No, I'm. This is a one night stand here. This is one and done. I'm glad we don't go back here for the rest of the season. I'm looking forward to Richmond. Let's put it that way. Looking forward to the chase.
And so are we. And we hope to see a lot of the guys back in here, guys. Thanks for putting on the good show. I know we're supposed to say unbiased, but I'm telling you, if you're again in Vegas, look for Never Say Die Dawson Brock to make a run at this championship. So Dawson, get back in. You're a fan favorite and GSRC favorite as well. Hey guys, thanks a lot for putting on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for broadcasting the show.
All right. Joshua Wolf, your race winner here today, and Trevor Bobrovsky, your third place driver. And that's going to wrap it up for us here, but we got still to go through these closing credits. You know, we'd like to thank everybody at the We Stand United Motorsports for organizing the series and contracting with GSRC to broadcast it. We know you have lots of choices when you fly. Thanks for flying GSRC. Thanks to the company's equipment and software that we see on the screen right now and we use on the broadcast.
And the original music you have heard on today's broadcast is thanks to the great Erica Combe and Casey Lalonde. See the screen for how to contact each of them. And guys, the next race for the We Stand United League will be September 11th. The Toyota Care 150 from Richmond International Speedway, GSRC, will return for the GoPro 200 in Chicagoland on September 18th. I'm bringing my party hat because that's my birthday. Be there. We hope you'll all join us.
Sean, you're getting that GSRC down pretty good there. You know, say it with me, Marta. It's GSRC.
Yes.
That's it. That's pretty good. All right then. All right. Hey, I wasn't there for the opening. Did you use my Beatle reference song in the beginning, or do I need to?
Oh,
do it?
I did. You can certainly revisit if you'd like.
No. Well, I just want to point out before the cards and letters come in that I realized that song is really called "Baby in Black," not "Lady in Black," but I was struggling for content. So, first of all, enjoy. Hey, if you haven't heard that one, go ahead. Give that one a YouTube shirt there. Beatles, "Baby in Black," 1964. Finally, on behalf of my Might Make Sean Ambrose, Trevor Bissett, who are sorry to get his feet wet here with this kind of nonsense that we put on today. We hope you enjoyed the show. I know our director, Amjad Yaman, enjoyed the show. So did our camera artist, Dougie Beard. I'm sure he had a good time watching, too, the way that Amjad used those cameras. We'd like to thank everyone for watching. And with that said, it's time for us to go have fun storming the castle. So until next time, in the words of Joe Peak, race clean, race hard, and we'll all see you on the track.